Hi, 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 hi.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Couple Sunday.
Hi, guys. We are so excited to have you in today. Hope
Eh,
you're all doing good. Oh, it's a new year.
yes, man.
Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. We made it, guys. We are in 2021. We made it. Oh my gosh, we made it to 2021. What a blessing, guys. What a blessing.
We made it.
We're just waiting for a few minutes for
Hi, Mwita. Hi, Kuliwa. Serge John. Serge John.
Serge. Sergeant.
Yes.
That's French name, right?
Yeah. Thanks for joining us again today.
This is gonna be amazing, guys. It's gonna be great. We'll be starting shortly in a few minutes.
We've already started.
Yeah, but we'll be going into it in a few minutes.
Mhm. I see. I figured that out.
Hmm.
Thanks for joining us, Serge. That
Oh
means you are
yes.
Serge Jean.
Yeah, Jean.
Mhm.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So, we have a very interesting topic today, and that's our topic right here: how to resolve conflict. Not really how you should resolve your conflict, but we're just sharing how it works out for us and what we think is the right way, the best way of doing it. So, it's not like what we are sharing here is the best way you should go with, but we are
Just
sharing
helping each
ideas.
other.
So, you can
Yeah.
put in your comments too. Tell us how you handle that.
So we can learn from you
We can
guys.
learn from you too. Happy New Year, Virginia. Good to see you again. Okay.
It's a very interesting topic because Peter says Happy New Year watching from Zambia. Hey Peter, thank you for watching.
Hmm.
Yeah. So our topic is, like you can see, our topic is how to resolve conflict in marriage or in any relationship,
Mm-hmm.
because we all go through conflict, right?
Oh yeah.
We fight, and I believe that there are health fights. If there's any term like that, health fights. Yeah, as long as you're not getting hurt.
Trust me, we may look sweet like this. Yeah, behind the doors, we always have issues going on. But
Mm-hmm.
the issue is how do you resolve it? How do you
Yeah,
solve your issues?
it's a solution.
It's a
We're
solution.
focusing on the solution
We're
today.
not focusing on the problem. We're focusing
Mm-hmm.
on the solution, how to get out of that misunderstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's very interesting. Let's get started, guys. We want your input. Um, we want you guys to tell us how you do it, or what you've heard, or what you've seen. Maybe your parents used to do it, or your friends in marriage or in any relationship. And we're gonna share too. And we have also our guests today, so it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. So let's get into it, guys.
If you have any question, just put it down there. We're going to display it on the screen so anyone can respond to that question, or we can answer that question, or we can ask our guests of the day. to
Mm-hmm.
answer it for you too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm. Please share, share, share. Share with other couples, friends,
Mm-hmm.
as we're about to go deep into this topic.
Yes, and as you all know, it's this is not it is a couples Sunday, so it's not just for the married people. It's also for the people that are not married, the people that are planning to get into marriage, and it can also help just other relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Like this topic, how to resolve conflict, is not just for the married people. Yes, we focus on marriage and just relationship, fiance state, boyfriend, girlfriend, but it can also help other relations, the relationships you have with your friends, your siblings. How do you handle conflicts? It can also help in that in the same way, right,
Yeah,
babe?
with co-workers, all that.
Oh, Serge saying something.
Serge John. It's actually my first time joining this, so I don't really know how it takes. Okay. Welcome to this, Serge. Yeah, this is how it goes. So the way it is, we share our experience, our ideas about a topic that is showing on the screen, and they would love to know your inputs too, so we can encourage other couples. Because there are a lot of couples out there that are going through stuff, and then they think like maybe this is the end of the world. They have to know that there are other people that go through stuff, and they can pull out of that
So easily.
so easily. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome, babe. I got you. Yeah,
And
so that's what it is about, Sir Jean. So you can just type in your input, you can ask questions, or you can say what you feel, what you think. Yeah, just like that. Bye, Kuliwa. Untap them.
this one,
Yeah, untap. Mm-hmm.
no, you already do that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so how to resolve conflict in marriage or in a relationship?
Mhm. How do you resolve your conflict? How do you do it? First
um,
of all, let me give credit to Papa Kana Mutombo. Thank you very much, Papa. Thanks for joining us.
thank you.
Okay, so how do you go around it, madam?
Okay, so
Mhm.
like everybody else,
Mhm.
couples we take our conflicts different,
Exactly.
right?
Hmm.
So it's how you handle your conflicts that makes that problem go to another level or
Hmm.
escalate, right? Escalate
Exactly.
or dissolve, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Go ahead, go ahead.
so I have learned, that conflicts, if you don't face conflicts or the problems or the fights in marriage
Hmm.
or in any relationship, they will never go away. So you need to face them. You know that when we fight, usually first, then when we fought, I would not like engage, and you would ask me, you're not answering me, like what's going on. I'm asking a question and they're just quiet,
Hmm.
because that's how I knew how to fight, because I'm very scared of fighting, and I will always run away from fights, right?
Exactly.
And because of this guy, I've started learning to respond and to engage in the fight. But these are not fights or physical fights or whatever. It's just you're having a disagreement. You're talking
Hmm.
about something, your friend has this opinion and you have a different opinion, and then you want to come together and
Exactly.
agree, but still, like, yeah, just like they say, a tree with leaves will always come together, right?
Hmm.
Family, siblings will always come together and fight. Couples will also fight.
Exactly.
So my way of coming to resolving the conflict was just to run away, and keep it in my heart, let it hurt me, and then without taking it on you. But now I've learned, I think it's helping a lot to like think about it and then come back to you and talk to you about it. Or right there, we just get into it. No,
Hmm.
babe, it's this. Oh, no, babe, it's that. We get to into it, but in the end, we find a solution.
That's true. That's very true. Okay, me, I'm the kind of person who like solving the issue right there. Like we have to solve the problem right there. If we have a disagreement, I don't want to take it very long. Like, okay, let's wait. Let's take like 2 days, 3 days, not talking to each other and all that. No, I'd rather say something that will make you feel bad, tell you the honest truth. That way, we solve the problem and we don't have to come back to it again. That's how I take it. That I feel it works for us. What do you think?
Can you say that again? I got
Like it
distracted.
works for us. Let's say trying to solve the problem right there
Oh
instantly.
yeah, yes,
Yeah,
it
instead of
does. It does.
avoiding.
It does work for us. It
Okay.
does work for us because I can testify to that, and thank you for helping me with that. Because every time we got into fight, he would want to resolve it right there before I go to bed. Before we go to bed, he has to make sure we talk about it, and he's good, so he
Hmm.
can sleep well. Me then, I know there are other people like that, not just ladies, even men. Like you don't want to go through, you don't want to tell your partner how you feel right there, and you don't want to get into it right there, and you want to wait. That's how I did it, like I said. But like he said, the way he does it, that's the best way, and that has worked for us really good.
Okay. Before we move forward, let me read what Eric Bags wrote. Thanks for joining us, Eric. He said, Lady Munda one day asked the question if it's possible to be in marriage for 2 years with no any issues. What's your point, guys? Wow, that's a very good
That's
one.
a good one, Eric. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna talk for myself. I don't think it's possible to stay married for 2 years with no issues, and they depend on how you define issues.
Hmm.
Are you talking about infi- inf- uh,
Infidelity.
infidelity? Yeah, that's something else. But it's just disagreement, like you disagree with each other, you can't run away from that. It's
Hmm.
always gonna be there. We are
Hmm.
two different people, two
Hmm.
different backgrounds. You come
Hmm.
from different families, so there'll always be a reason where we're gonna. There'll always be a time when we're gonna disagree on something. So the issue is how you resolve that. Do you let that affect your relationship? You don't have to let that control your relationship or the future of your relationship. You have to, when you have those disagreements, respect has to be there. You have to continue respecting each other even when you disagree. That's the only way to go forward. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah, can I just add on what Eric wrote?
Mm-hmm,
So it's impossible. It's
mm-hmm,
impossible to go for 2 years without facing issues in a couple, in a
mm-hmm,
relationship, or in marriage. Because first of all, you just got married.
mm-hmm.
You don't know each other. You're people from different backgrounds. So
Exactly.
you're coming together to make this called marriage work, right?
Mm-hmm,
So you start going through issues, you like it or not,
mm-hmm,
those issues will come. And there are people like, some people would see us like this. I've received so many texts where people will say, oh, I wish I had a marriage like yours. You're so perfect.
exactly.
No, we are not perfect, and our marriage cannot be perfect because we are two imperfect people coming together with our baggages, but we want to try to make it work. So getting married for in a relationship for 2 years, especially if you just get into marriage, I think that's even crucial. That's even the time that you are getting to know each other. You're getting frustrated. You're getting to that honeymoon stage passed a long time ago, and now it's like, oh my gosh, so he can do this, he can do that. You frustrate me. You're getting frustrated all the time. So it's not. And usually people give up around that time. Some people just give up.
Mhm.
So that's the time, like, with our failures, let's embrace each other and grow.
Exactly. All right. Thank you, Serge. Okay, we have Honorable Muida Augustine says, watching you from Lusaka, true marriage is not all rosy. Through my marriage experience, the best is tolerance.
Hmm.
Tolerance in marriage is the
Hmm.
best medicine. Wow, thank
Yes.
you. Conflict in marriage is inevitable.
Hmm.
People of God cause two people come from different families with different upbringing before
Hmm.
coming to to be one.
Mm.
God bless you all. The secret in marriage is
Tolerance.
tolerance. Thank you
Amen.
so much, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mwila. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Tolerance. That's the key word.
Yeah,
You gotta tolerate.
exactly.
Because if you are that kind of a person, like, I can't take it, I can't take it. Yes, you won't take it.
Mhm.
You won't take it. You'll throw your marriage outside the bus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a very good one, sir. We appreciate that.
Thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
sir. That's really powerful. That's true.
Mhm. Thank you, Psalmist. Great job, guys.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Virginia, that's true. Even 2 weeks, it's not gonna be easy.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
good one. Mhm.
So, like we said, we're gonna focus on the solution, right?
Mhm.
So conflict is always there. Conflict is always there. So we cannot avoid the fights that happens in marriage or in relationships.
Exactly.
But the problem is, babe, when we try to run away from the conflict, that's
Mhm.
where the problem is. You're not just putting yourself in a prison, but you're putting your partner also in prison.
Mhm.
You are trying to separate what's supposed to be together.
That's true.
Like, if I'm mad and I don't want to talk about it, I'm
Mhm.
trying to avoid my partner so I can be in my corner and deal with my sadness.
Exactly.
So always face it. Face it. Don't run away from it. Face it.
That's very true. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how I look at it again. If you really love someone like the way I love my wife, if I'm upset with her or maybe we are disagreeing, I know at the end of it, we're gonna get along again. We're gonna start
Mm-hmm.
talking again.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are not talking to someone, you look at the time that you're gonna waste in between. So if you have like a day,
Mm-hmm.
24 hours, 6 hours, some people take even a week without talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I feel like that's really a waste of time that you can just solve the problem right there instantly and you move on, you continue with your life.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, John
Uh,
said love is the key. Yes.
Thank you, John.
Thank you so much.
Libre Panzer. Lady Munda, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
They say when people don't fight in a marriage, it means one person is swallowing everything.
True.
Thank you.
And that's even being fake, because if you love someone and you want to be real to them and you want to be true to them, you're going to show everything about you. Like, don't just swallow your anger inside you.
Mhm.
It's gonna burst one day and it's gonna be so bad. It's like you
Exactly.
blowing air in a balloon, and
Mm.
then when it gets expand so much, it just bursts and
That's true.
everything goes bad. So it's better to, those problems, small, they come, you tackle them, you leave. The big ones come, you tackle them, you leave.
Mm.
That way, you don't let the balloon grow and burst one day.
Exactly. That's true. Ashta, thank you so much, and
Thank
thanks
you,
for
Ashka.
joining
Thank you
us.
for joining us.
Mhm. So you let us know your experience, because I know there's someone out there who's going through issues right now,
Mm-hmm.
whereby they don't know how to resolve their issues in their
Mm-hmm.
communication issues in their marriage. So just put in the comments there, or you can write to us so we can share with others
Mm-hmm.
how you solve your mar-
Marital
marital
problems.
problems. Correct.
And it's not the problem, big problems that you don't want to share. It's just basic things, like you fight about every day. My husband wants me to take kids to bed. You fight about finances sometimes, but you don't have to go into details. Just something that can help somebody out there. It's
Exactly.
those simple fights that brings problem in marriage.
That's true. Mhm. Okay, we have a beautiful couple with us. They're gonna join us anytime soon. So
Yeah, they will join us very soon. So the other thing that has just come to my mind is that when we talk about resolving,
mhm.
resol- resolving conflicts.
Mhm.
We're talking about peace, right?
Exactly.
Being at peace in the house. So if you want peace to be in your house, obvious there are two things. There's that peace that some people will say, I want peace in my house. I don't wanna talk to her. I don't wanna talk to my husband about this because I'm looking for peace. I'm
Exactly.
not gonna talk to my wife about this because I want my family to be at peace. But being at peace is tackling what's affecting you guys, what's affecting my marriage. Let's
Hmm.
talk about it and let us be at peace. We have to be peace seekers in marriage and in all relationships than being problem keepers.
Hmm.
Because the more we don't talk about these issues that affect our marriage, the more the problems grow without even knowing
Exactly.
it.
That's true. That's a good
Mm-hmm.
one, madam.
Oh, Rita, thank you so much. Thank you for watching.
Lady Munda, thank you for joining us. In my first marriage, I used to swallow everything and cry in the corner
Mm,
until I couldn't take anymore and left.
mm.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow. That's a
Wow.
hard one. Thanks for sharing with
Thanks for
us.
sharing. Yeah, you see, like you swallow everything, it just keep piling, 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 piling until one day you say, you know what? I'm not gonna take it anymore. Let me leave.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much, lady.
Eric Bags, forgive and forget. Best way to resolve conflicts, my opinion. That's true. I
That's
agree
true.
with you, sir.
So that
That's a
means
very
that you're
good
gonna
one.
talk about it and then you forgive one another.
Mhm. Peter J. Kapenda, very true indeed. I used to swallow things and more I did that, the more I felt anger inside me until I started opening up to
Mm,
my girlfriend. Oh, yeah,
mm.
that's true.
That's true. Where
You
to
have to
go?
open up.
Yes. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Peter. That's really important.
Okay. Our guests are ready. So they're gonna join us right now. Okay.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Kaumba.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. We have some technical problem here, technical difficulty.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
see that.
Trying to hold on to the this device and see we
Yeah,
can. Yes,
good now.
got it. Okay.
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 So we can share together. I'm looking the way to get it right.
Okay.
I
Yes,
think that's maybe the
yes,
perfect.
yes.
Okay.
That's good. We are very honored to have you, Mr. and Mrs. Kaumba, today.
Mhm.
Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for coming through. I know it was a last minute invite. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Thank you for inviting us.
You are welcome. So we get into it. So our topic today is how to resolve conflict in marriage. We're talking about the fights that we have every day in marriage over anything, like just fights. Like how do you guys resolve? I know you guys have been married for a long time,
Oh, yeah.
for the very
14
long time.
years.
How many years?
14 years.
Wow, wow,
Wow.
wow, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you guys, because this is a question that people that know you would want to ask you, because you guys are always happy. We've been in your home, you do things together, you Mr. Kamba, you help your wife all the time. You'll be doing dishes together. We see you laugh all the time. You're a playful couple. Like, how do you even guys like get mad sometimes on each other?
Sometimes we fight.
Always like a happy couple, always a happy couple. How do you do that?
Yeah, actually, we have set some key point or goal to achieve, and we have that line that we follow all the times.
Mhm.
And in terms of avoiding the conflict, we
Mhm.
put some stuff like how you can, First, we 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 think our first thing is not avoiding the problem.
Mm,
As we face problems,
And
so
resolve the
and
problem.
we solve the problem.
mm,
We don't avoid problem. We see the problem coming up and then we face it.
mm,
And the second thing that we do is everyone have to take his part. Where's your part?
mm,
When things comes around, where is your part?
Mm-hmm.
mm,
We are basically our marriage. We are like in a soccer team. So if you're playing number two, if you're not playing good,
Mm-hmm.
the other team will score because you and your position. The number eight play on his position as well. So my wife plays what she can do, and then I do my part as well. And once we come together at the end of the day, we see some problem, it gets a solution by itself because we have a process.
mm,
Exactly.
BJ, BJ,
So
BJ.
that's the way we solve our problem, and we happy. We
Mm-hmm.
don't go avoid the problem like I'm gonna run away of. No,
mhm,
as a mother, as a wife,
Mm-hmm.
you have to get those problems.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
When we got married on to our first 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
mhm,
so the first thing that I did, my wife was so tied to her family,
mm,
Hey,
and I said, okay, I took her from the mother, but she had all brothers and sisters and uncle around.
and
So,
the wife, she was too stubborn.
so basically, what I did, I was like, okay, you come into our house. We're building the house. We're building a family.
mhm,
You're gonna put 6 months. I don't want you to go back to your mom.
mm.
So we stayed there and trying to get what we're supposed to get together. In the meantime, the 2 years time that we start, I consider that as entry level.
Yeah.
It's
Mm,
a guy that came in from school with a degree, but not knowing the job.
Okay.
mm, mm,
So a lot of
So he
mistakes
can
we had
give
to
me
solve
also.
that.
I talk. So if my husband start talking, so I'm not gonna talk. He will be just talking. Okay, continue.
Okay, this is
Okay.
how we solve our issues. Man, sorry.
You guys are beautiful. Okay, I have a question for you guys. I
Yes.
know you have kids. So when you guys have a disagreement, how do you sort it out in front of kids when you have kids around? How do you do it?
Actually, we don't like to argue in
Mm,
front of the kids.
okay.
okay.
I remember that was 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm,
Not 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago. We have some argument, Scott and I,
Mm-hmm.
and my son BJ, and that time he was 2 years old. No, 3 years old. Then he just came. Hey, wait a minute, you guys, what's going on? What's going on here? Why are you fighting? Why are you fighting? What's going on? Daddy, are you the one who have a problem? It's mommy or you? Who has a problem? We kept quiet, like like a kid. So, Daddy, is that you or mommy? Daddy, do you know how much mommy loves you? Mommy always take care of us, everything. Mom, do you know that Daddy loves you? He's work hard for us. So you guys, you need to stop this. And we feel shame. So we decided we will never, never argue before in front of the kids. So
mm.
that's the way we stop. We can have. I can get mad on Buscott. I'll keep quiet, so he's gonna listen. Where the time I'm washing the dish, I'll be there, the plate. So I know it's my wife. She's mad. So later on, we have to fix it before we go to bed. We always fix the problem.
That's
So
good.
to fix it, the problem, we
Mm-hmm.
cannot pray because before we go to bed, we have to pray.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to forgive each other. So if I done wrong to him, I'll say, baby, what I did is wrong. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Whatever. I'm not gonna repeat it again.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with him. Then we after we pray and sleep tomorrow. It's another day.
Another day.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yes.
good. That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Kaumba, what would you advise that couple that is going through issues right now? Like they're thinking, like, okay, my marriage, like we are always arguing, but they don't solve the problem. Like let's say they have a disagreement today, they'll just go different directions, and then that problem just disappear just like that. And then the following day they have another issue, they just go like that. They just keep going, like piling up issues over and over, but they don't resolve them. Why would
I
you advise that person?
I
That
think
couple?
that problem, if you don't resolve the
Mm-hmm.
problem will still there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's like in your computer ways that you storing the stuff in you have a storage memory.
exactly.
So if you don't solve that problem, it's gonna stick somewhere in your memory,
Mm-hmm.
and you will suffer yourself because anytime that problem will retrieve all the time in the memory, and then you'll be there asking yourself why this, why that.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I prefer make the person, if if he does not want to sit with you, try another way, or maybe the gift is something that he likes, bring the gift, and then after a while talk about the issue. Said, I think this one it didn't, you didn't solve that. I see how you behaving, whatever, but this is not the last problem we're gonna have in life. So why not resolve this problem and then we move on to something? So to me, what I would say, don't be a bag that's stacking stuff together.
Yeah.
Not anything that is wrong is still wrong. Never you can polish that,
You have to release it
release it,
and let it go.
yeah, let it go. Let your heart be clear,
Yeah.
open. Say like, no, 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 solve this, then we move on to something.
That's why you wanna see your blessing. That's a big secret of marriage,
Yeah.
and you see how God is gonna start blessing you.
Amen.
So you need to there's nobody's perfect in marriage. So I have my own part. What I'm still learning, I'm still changing. Bosco's changing me. Same thing with Bosco. So let's just be patient and try to solve the problem no matter what situation. Solve the problem and forgive each other.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
So
wow.
good. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, Mr. and Mrs. Kaumba.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for your wisdom. This was
So
good.
I have a question. So how do you solve the problem yourself if you have experienced a situation like that?
We're supposed to be questioning you. I'm kidding. I'm
No,
kidding.
it's a
I'm
joke.
joking.
It's a joke.
It's a
It's
joke.
a
It's a
joke.
joke. I'm kidding. Okay, this is how we do it. We try and resolve everything the same day. So before we go to bed, we have to make sure everything is okay. Because I know after that, we need to do some other stuff. We need to take care of the kids. So if you're not talking, something is gonna be like how do I say? It's gonna be
Something
delayed.
is you delayed and suffer.
Yeah, you delay and suffer on something.
Mm-hmm, some point.
So the time that you spend not talking to each other, there's a disaster somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So we try and solve everything the same day. That's what we do. So and about the kids, like when you have kids around, and then but we have to say something. Me and my wife, we have one advantage. So what we do, we switch the language.
Yeah, if we can't chase them out, or
Yeah.
we just want to talk right there.
So we use the language that they don't understand. So we use Bemba most of the times. But Winandi, our oldest daughter, she's very smart. She can tell like these people. So we try to avoid that all the time. Like to avoid, they have to see love all the time. That's our key. They have to see love all the time.
Anyway.
So this was good, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, madam.
You welcome.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Okay,
you so
bye.
much. Bye. Wow.
That was Mr. and Mrs. Kaumba. By
Mr. and
the
Mrs.
way,
Comba.
Mrs. Kaumba, she's my sister. She's our sister, and Mr. Kaumba
Is our
is our
brother.
brother. That's a good
Yeah. Hmm.
one. So, we'd like to see your experience. We have another beautiful couple that's going to join us anytime
Very
soon.
soon. Yeah.
So we appreciate psalmist. We see your comment. Marriage is the best place to develop the fruits of the spirit through conflicts, resolution between spouses.
Yes.
Thank you very
That's
much.
true. That's
Mhm.
true. You know, like many people, we try to avoid conflict, but actually, conflict, like the way Psalmist MFK said,
Mhm.
it helps build you and make you grow.
Mhm.
Hmm.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
very true.
as bad as they can be. And there's another one.
Mhm.
Doreen was saying hi to the
Yeah, saying hi to the
Kaumbas.
Kaumbas and all that. Okay.
Oh, Doreen has a question there on top.
Mhm. Well, two fires can get close. Close. Yeah. One needs to be water, active listeners, not just to hear. But listen, it's a big difference.
Mm,
Okay, thank
that's
you
very
very
true,
much.
Doreen. That's
That's
very
very
true.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna
Gotta
have our next
listen.
guest join us right now, our good friend.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, beautiful people.
Good to
Hi,
see
guys.
See
you
you guys.
again.
Did we catch you on your honeymoon?
We,
Honey.
we, we still trying to catch up, and we still trying to take advantage of all those free time away from those beautiful people that we have as blessing, and sometimes as trouble.
That's good. That's good.
That's really good.
Good to have you guys. Good to have you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you,
You are
thank you, thank
welcome.
you.
You are welcome. This is Mr. and Mrs. Kunonga. So,
Man,
guys,
Yes, man.
today we have a topic. How do you resolve conflict in marriage or in a relationship? So we are
uh,
As always,
what
the,
type of
the
conflict? I
queen
wanted
the
to
queen
ask.
got a
any fights might be a fight of who's taking the kids to bed, just those simple fights that develop in our marriage, in a relationship. Like, how do you guys handle it? Do you, Sandra, are you the type of a person, like, I know you, girl, but are you the type of are you the type of a person that to just keep in your heart and say, you know what, I'm not gonna say anything. My husband will do whatever, and I'll just keep it. Or you kind of a person that will go like, you know what, let's get into it. We're gonna fight. We're gonna go home, and I know Eric is a pastor. We're gonna fight. We're gonna go home. We'll still pray and go back to sleep. No more. Like, how do you guys do it?
So, since you say you know me, how do you think I handle that?
You're fire, girl. You are fire. You're not gonna let it
Okay.
go.
This is this is my point of view when it comes to conflict. For me, the main thing, the way to resolve conflict is through conversation, right?
Mhm.
We have to talk,
Mhm.
and you're not gonna talk if you're holding stuff into your heart. Your
That's
husband is your lifetime partner. Is
mhm.
that someone that you will deal with today and you
Mhm.
will deal with a different person tomorrow? For me
Exactly.
just to say, okay, let me let her go, it's fine, I can take it.
Mhm.
That's why people will hold stuff in their hearts, and when they're gonna blow up,
Mhm.
you'll be surprised. Oh,
Yeah.
they've been going through all this, but they don't look like it because they never got a time to solve it.
Mhm.
You see, but with taking time, talking to each other, not to be disrespectful.
Mhm.
If something bothers me, I let my husband know. I will talk to him. Why did you do this? Why did you act this way? We talk. I think we can solve it through talking, respecting each other. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I 100% agree on talk having a conversation is always the best thing to do. And
Mhm.
during the conversation, we need to remember the we always think we're right when we come up with the plan. We always think we're right until we listen to somebody else um, opinion about the same topic. And I think the best way to actually resolve those conflicts it's taking somebody else's opinion as I mean very serious. Very very serious. We always gotta remember our women, they are more sensitive than we are. They
Mhm.
are sensitive than we are. We are more logical. They are more emotional. So the conflict about let's talk about financial conflict. Man, those are the type of conflict. Woo! Marriage couple, I know. We definitely, all of us, all the couple in the world go through that type of financial conflict.
That's true.
You know,
Hmm.
it could be one of the partner like more spending, the other one like more saving, and one of them might like more investing, the other one like just spending.
Hmm.
In just consuming things. So it's a conflict.
Hmm.
It's a conflict because you want to go to the left, you want to go left, I want to go right. How to use the money. So it will be a conflict. We cannot, some couple end up saying, okay, you have your personal account, I got my personal account, and then we're probably gonna have one joint account. It's one of the ways to solve the conflict because actually we did that, and as far as the financial conflict, one of the ways is to actually give each of you a room, freedom of expression as far as money in a certain capacity. So the person doesn't feel like prisoner. Um, so try to bring a balance. Life is about balance. We know that. So we have the nighttime, we have the daytime, we have the sun, we have the moon, we have up, we have down. So we have left, we have right. So we gotta try to keep the balance. Can I be all right all the time? She cannot be right all the time. So that balance actually bring peace in the conflict. That's one of my contribution.
I want to say one more thing.
Mhm.
Hmm.
When he was talking, it came back to me. But one way to resolve conflict and change as well is to admit when you are wrong.
Yeah.
So when you guys are having a conversation and through the conversation you find out yourself that your argument was not right, what you did was not right, even though you had the right to react, but you overdid it, it's always good to know when you were wrong
Hmm.
and try to correct it.
Yeah.
So you can avoid having the same conflict coming back and forth. So I think is one of the key as well.
Yep.
Okay.
That's very true. I like the way you put it, admitting when you're wrong,
Mhm.
because that's a big issue too. If you're having a conversation with your spouse or just in any relationship, brother, sister, and if you don't accept your wrongdoing, then it becomes a problem. You can't resolve anything if you don't accept that you're wrong, because that thing will keep coming back, and you'll still be fighting over and over on the same issue. So thank you so much for pointing that out.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Before I ask you
Thank you.
just one question, I just want to read something that Virginia wrote. She said, "Communication is the best key when it comes to resolve conflicts in marriage."
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
And then we have another one, Libre Penseur. He said, "The big issue I have about those who promote the talk is about timing. Trying to talk when the other partner is not in the mood of talking is not wrong. Is also wrong. Know your
Yep. Yep.
partner, find the right time to talk." Wow,
Yeah.
good
We
one.
have that kind of problem too. Most of the time,
Mhm.
my wife, when I come up with,
I'm
okay, we gotta talk
available.
about this, and I'm mostly, I'm like, no, like, cause I feel like I'm not ready to talk about it, cause probably in the mood that I have cannot maybe bring peace in the conversation. It can just maybe put more fire.
Exactly.
So I rather stay quiet, get back to my, regular mood, then talk. So she kind of like, not really like that because, she's into it. She want to talk about it. And most of her like, no, 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 let's not talk about it. And she mostly don't like
Uh,
that.
from what he said, that's true.
Mhm.
What helped me is to understand the nature of the person as well. So when I want to talk, and if he's not ready to listen or talk about it, we're not gonna solve anything. So at that point, I'll leave him alone. But we're not gonna move forward. I'm not gonna sleep and make you feel the next day, oh, everything is fine. No. When you wake up the next morning, you will have the same vibe till you're ready to talk. I will give you your time, but we're not gonna pass that issue. We need to talk about it.
Mhm.
I never liked it before. Let's talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to say something I'm gonna regret. So with time, I've learned. Okay, Eric, take time before you go ahead and solve an issue. I will have my argument. Actually, give me time to remember stuff. Package myself very, very well. So when he comes, I be like, "Hey, baby, first, are you ready? Okay, let's sit down. Let's talk about this." So that's how he helped me. I give him time, but we're not gonna pass. Going to pretend that we went back to normal, blah blah blah. Before anything, we have to sit down and
Yeah.
talk because that's an issue. That's how we do ours. Because my husband is like that. He's not a talking right away, right there. You want to talk? No, you have to give him time.
While you're talking about that, Virginia just said something. What if you admit you are wrong and your partner is just getting attitude? What can you do? That's a question from our.
It
Good question.
depends how you admitting you are wrong. Because
Mm.
you know how women we are sometimes. Okay, okay, you're right. I gave you, you're right. Okay. So if you, sometime when you start, it goes just like, but when it's a true conversation that we have to talk, and your partner open his heart, and you guys are talking, and you sincerely apologize, and it still have it never happened to me, but me being a woman, I will give you some time. Maybe you need more time. I'll give you some time. All I can do is give you room. But when I mean room, really room.
And also, I think because some people, you get to a point instead of apologizing, couple things, most of, when they gave maybe little aging together, having maybe 5 or more years together, feels like it becomes kind of heavy to apologize sometimes, or they don't think of kind of saying it,
Mhm.
like, I'm sorry. It kind of become a little bit like a challenge to just say,
Exactly.
and you want to just act like, okay, all right, so we good without actually saying it. That's one of the things. But I think when somebody apologize,
Mhm.
and you really feel like it came from the heart, it's good to forgive and to just, it might take time because you might try to cool down after that. You hear the apology, but your heart still kind of heavy. It takes time until it got process.
And
We're different,
and it depends to how bad the situation was,
right?
you know.
It
It
takes it
depends.
takes it takes time. It's not 1, 2, 3. Like, oh,
Hmm.
sorry, and
Let's
then
say you went out shopping and you were supposed to save some money for him to buy his watch, but you spend and you say, "Baby, I'm sorry. Next time I got you." That would be just you talk about it, it's done, and try to learn. You go ahead and spend your whole saving without telling your husband. You gotta give him time.
That's true.
Even if you guys talk about it, even you guys fix or you apologize, you gotta give him time. That's a big deal.
yeah,
So it depends on the
some
situation.
people need to cool down after getting the apology. They need to give them a time. They're gonna cool down until they get really they process that, and then they get back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a good point.
That's very true. I
yeah,
would point out the point, Eric, you said sometimes when you get long, when you've been married for a long time or in a relationship for a long time, you like saying sorry start becoming like it's hard to come out. I think you are very right. I think that's being you too familiar with your partner
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
value them that much because
yeah.
you've been together for a long time, you have those kids and everything. It's just like we are best friends, but we need to respect each other. We need
Mhm.
Yeah.
to come to that point when I have to say sorry. I have to say sorry because we have to avoid certain issues, right? But
Mhm.
when we become too familiar with each other to a point whereby we become like just somebody on the street, oh, he said this, she said that, but you don't know what that is doing to your friend's heart. You don't
Yeah.
know, maybe it's been there. Oh, you'd meet some couples, or they will tell you, oh, we've been married for 15 years, but all we do all the time is say sorry to one another. And then maybe this other couple, they've been married for 10 years or 20 years, they never say sorry to each other because they're too familiar with each other.
Yep. Yep.
But they don't know that inside they're hurting each other without even knowing.
Sure.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I I know we're talking about how to solve conflict, but also I want to mention there's also a way to avoid conflict in relationship. My
Mm.
husband told me something very important a couple days ago, I think, or maybe a week ago. He said there's some stuff you need to know is attached to the women nature. You're not gonna change it. And for that, a good husband, you have to adjust. And some stuff are attached to your wife only. She's not like others. In the same way, some stuff are attached only to to a man's nature,
Yep.
and some stuff are attached to your wife, your husband. When we get to that point, there's a lot that go down because
Yep.
you look at each other, and be like, oh man, oh my God, they will like it's part of the nature to
Yep.
think first of all that everything in the house should be done by a woman. That's their nature. Even a little guy know that. So this stuff that we have to look and say, oh, this is attached to a man's nature and this is attached to my husband's nature.
Mm.
If it's something that's really, really bad, yes. But some stuff in the couple you have to adjust just to give each other's room to be
That
you.
that's very true. That's very true. And also, also the other thing, just to add on, for us Christians, you cannot have a good relationship with God if you don't have a good relationship with your spouse, or
Yep.
Yeah.
you don't have a good relationship with just anybody else.
Just anybody. Yeah. It's true.
Your home is the first ministry, right?
Yep.
So if I have, I think we've had this whereby you're going to church arguing in the car over something. You
Yep.
reach church, you even give offering, you even sing. The Holy Spirit, you feel like the Holy Spirit moved. But when you think about it, you were just arguing in the car. Did you even ask for forgiveness from your husband or your wife?
Mhm.
Things like that. Like most of us Christians, we've gone through that. Like we just have an agreement while going to church in the car. You have an agreement. Like,
Disagreement.
I mean, I'm sorry, disagreement while you're going to
Yep.
church. Or it's not just church. For any relationship to work, we have to be peacemakers and not
Yeah.
keeping anything to heart.
Mhm.
I'm learning. I'm
Okay.
learning
I
that.
just have one question for you, Mr. and Mrs. Kononga.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Kids. So let's say, how do you control yourself when you have disagreements around your kids? How do you do that?
Hmm.
That's a good
That's a good
question.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I've noticed one time
Mm-hmm.
that we was kind of raising voice,
Mm-hmm.
not really arguing,
We're not arguing.
but my boy, the friends, was trying to really make peace. He, he was trying to
He
bring
said,
up
"Mommy, stop. Daddy, stop.
like I
No
was like,
shouting or something."
yeah, I
He
was
said,
like,
"Like I
man.
told him we're not arguing. We're just talking."
So I felt
But
like we don't have no right to do that. Like
That's true.
we don't have the right. He's three, but I realize already this guy he can pick up things.
Hmm.
So when the tension is not great, he knows out. He really knows that something is wrong. So I think the best way is just not to argue ever, to argue in front of them
In the
ever,
front of the kids, yeah.
ever,
that's the only people you can play
ever.
fake on when they are young. I
Mm.
think when everything is not right by that moment, you still show them. Have you ever argued before the kids? I don't remember us arguing in front of the kids.
I can't really remember.
Yeah.
That's good.
That
We,
day we were talking, we raised our voice, and my son was like, "Hey, stop, guys, stop
yeah, so
fighting!" No,
it looks like he thought
and I
like we
was
was
like,
trying to
"We're
go
not
in the fight.
arguing,"
So
That's very
I
good.
but it comes to us in a point that we have a misunderstanding, that we argue maybe before, and we have attitude, and they run there. We still try to be with them when we're playing. Go to daddy, come to mommy. We still trying to maintain that, but we haven't had an argument before in front of our kids.
And I think it's just something to just avoid, like,
That's the point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
because those people,
Mhm.
they don't do what they mostly don't do what we tell them, but they actually do what they see us
What
doing.
they
So
see.
So
Exactly.
they copy easier on action than on word. So
Exactly.
yeah.
And also the kids when they grow up, they'll go back and say, I never saw my mom fight.
yep,
I'm treating my woman this way because that's what I saw my
yep,
dad do.
Yeah.
So
yep,
it's
Mhm.
yep,
very, very important. That's a very
yep,
important
Yeah.
point. Even the girls, they'll be there not respecting their husbands because they saw mommy disrespecting daddy.
yep.
Yeah.
So it's very,
And
very
that's my prayer. I really, because I know you can't get mad anytime. We different. She's a woman, I'm a man. We different already, so she can always do something that'll get me mad. My prayer is always to have the Lord to give me strength to really, really avoid in front of the, especially in the room, like in our bedroom. Oh, bring it, girl. Ooh. Just both of us, because we gotta be real.
Yeah.
She gonna get me mad. I gonna get her mad. That's the nature. We are different.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But my prayer is anytime that if it happen in front of the kids, I pray so I can have that, to be, you know, controlling, to being really, really able to take it to the room. Let kind of being that okay. Let's go. Let's go to the room. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's really do it. I pray to God because we don't know.
We don't know.
It can happen one day. You be like, oh, you know what? Woo, and start talking some type of ways, because you just don't have that time
Yeah.
to kind of take it to the
Yeah.
room. But my prayer is anytime that can happen, please Lord help me to get down and then make
Yeah.
sure we
I
gotta
want
do it,
to
but we gotta do
give
it
an
really
example that
away from
happened
those
in
people.
the past when my son was 1.
Mhm.
So, like you guys know, my husband want to be on time
Oh
person.
yeah, yeah, we had. Oh
I'm
yeah,
9 on time person at all time.
yeah, yeah,
So one time he was
Like most
really
women.
mad.
And a
Excuse
family.
me.
So like most women.
Oh, I know I'm better than Winnie. I know that part. I know that part from I know that part from fact. I am Winnie. Oh God. Definitely, my brother don't start conflict on live.
Okay.
So he's super on time. I'm not like that, but I try. And one time he was really mad because they invited him somewhere. We gotta go as a family. He was so
yeah,
mad.
yeah, yeah,
All I did was focusing on my makeup when he was driving,
Mhm.
just to avoid us going back and forth or talking. Period. I have my mirror. I'll focus on my thing. When we get back, I told you, you have to understand. I have to get the kids ready. You get yourself ready. I have to get the kids ready. Okay, going forward, since I'm late, you get the kids ready. I get myself ready. From that day, the understanding got a little bit better because it's
yeah.
two people.
We had that. Ooh, that day I was.
He was really going to
Oh,
church, like Queenie said.
Jesus. He
Before
was
church
going to.
was
We was going out of town. It was Raleigh, right? Raleigh
when.
was driving to. We were supposed to go to Raleigh.
Oh yeah, the service was in Raleigh.
Oh, so
Yeah,
I was like, man, but I was so mad and driving mad, and thank God,
and
friend.
God was on my side. Because when you arrive somewhere where you were already mad, and then they didn't start themselves, they late. I'm like, Jesus, you're wonderful. Now let's see. Let's see how you get mad. Because Congolese function most of the time, they're super late too. They start the stuff late. Even though they tell you now, my husband, it doesn't matter. If you told him he has to be there at 6, and then the service will start at 7:30.
Mhm.
So it's just when I know that I know he's an on time person, I'm not. I know already I messed up. I just gonna focus on my makeup. I'm not gonna be fine. Even if you say we could have been in this time, yes, Daddy, I know. I'm doing my makeup. Just to avoid, yeah, to
Yeah.
avoid conflict, to avoid talking back with my kids. If
Mhm.
I tell him, okay, even where we're going, they're not gonna be on time. Now we start having that back and forth. But we really trying. We, like you said, we don't know if it happened one day, but
Mhm.
we try not to have those type of discussion in front of our kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel bad for those people to see us doing that. I don't want that to
Yeah.
happen.
Someone
No.
once advised me, said, if you have little kids, especially if you have as a man, he was talking to me because I have a baby girl. He
Mm-hmm.
told me, treat your wife the way you love your son-in-law to treat your daughter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that way she knows the standard.
The standard. Yep.
You don't
Yep.
want a standard thinking, okay, when I get married, this is how my husband will be treating me. You
Yep.
don't do that. So treat your wife, especially when she's watching, treat her
Yep.
the way you want your son-in-law to treat her. So
Yeah.
that always ring in my head when I'm trying to raise my voice in front of them. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me control myself.
That's a great thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I
Other than
don't know. Yours are good. Mine is a problem. Even if we sit tight like this, it's friends trying to separate to sit between. I'm like,
that.
yeah. They always find a way for us to be apart. One has one. I'm
So
like,
they can be in
but
the,
yeah. Even if we try to dance together or fake it, then we come to split.
they have to.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you so much.
So
Thank you
much.
so much, guys, for having us.
Yes, sir. It was a
We
pleasure.
really appreciate. Bye,
Bye
guys.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye
Have a
bye.
good one.
Thank you.
Amazing couple. Oh yes.
All right.
Mm-mm-mm.
Thank you to all of you guys that joined us today. And thank
Mm-hmm.
you for sharing the comments and all that. So let us know because all these topics we get them from people out there just like you. So if you
Mm-hmm.
feel that it's a very important topic that we need to talk about next week, please send it to us and then we're gonna bring it on. You have a question, you have something which is very confidential, you don't want people to know about what you're going through, you can let us know
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna put it out there and then people will advise and it's gonna help you and your
Yes.
marriage.
Yes, it's gonna help you. So I checked out some verses in the Bible. So like
Mhm.
on at your own time, you can check these verses. First John 4 verse 20. You can also check 1 Peter 3 verse 7. You can check Matthew 5 23 and 24. So it's they will help you like you will see that these things are also biblical. God wants us to have good marriages, good relationships,
Exactly.
and we cannot avoid them at all. As
Mhm.
long as we love each other, as long as we are family members and married people that are trying to get married, we all will face challenges, we'll go through these conflicts. But all in all, we don't have to run away from them. Try to face them. If we don't face them, they'll grow up. They'll grow. It will be like a baby growing. If we're
Exactly.
pregnant, a pregnant woman uh, growing, and then it will give birth to disaster. So
Mhm.
we all have to tackle these things and talk about them. Papa Bruno, thank you for watching, sir.
Thank you so much, Papa Bruno. And we have Living Princess says who's next. I think you are next,
You are
Mr.
next.
You are next. Good question. So you are next.
Be ready so we get you in.
Good job today. I was good listener. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Kausa, so nice talk. Was watching too. Thank
Thank you
you
so
very much,
much,
Kausa.
Kosa.
Just joined watching from UK. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mwetwa. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
So, madam,
Hmm.
what advice do you have for someone
Yeah.
who is going through something like they're having issue with their husband, maybe their husband or wife, they have disagreements, and then they always see these flashy couples on Facebook and all that, like they're always happy, and they feel like their marriage is not doing good. Why would you advise that person?
Yeah, first of all, everybody gotta know that what we see on Facebook is not what real life is, mostly.
Exactly.
Like I said in the beginning, I've heard so many people saying, I wish I had a marriage like yours. Because of what they see, because of what we do, the pictures we post, our family and everything. Everybody would, not everybody, but some people would assume we are this we are happy, but they
Nah,
assume
like a
we are
perfect couple.
perfect
We don't
couple.
disagree. We don't fight.
Disagree. We don't fight. But
Trust me, we do. We do fight.
We
You
do
just don't know
fight a
about that.
lot.
We don't share that on Facebook.
Exactly. But what has helped us is to focus on the solution and not the problem, because we can never we are not gonna stay in this marriage
Hmm.
without fighting or without resolving our fights.
Exactly.
So the encouragement I would give to that couple that's going through issues
Hmm.
and thinking that somebody has a better relationship than them,
Hmm.
stop thinking that way. You'll be surprised that your relationship is even better than the person you're admiring.
Exactly.
Because I remember watching something on Facebook, babe, of a video of this couple. All
Hmm.
the time they were following this couple. Oh my God, they're so happy. Look at them. They look so happy all the time. They would look at that couple taking pictures, and guess what? Those pictures they were taking, they were just going on somebody's car. They don't even know. They just pause. They'll go to the store, they get a dress, they take picture, they take it back. So the things that we see on social media, most of them are not even real. They
Exactly.
are not even real. Work on your relationship. Work on your couple. Work on your marriage. Instead of you looking and admiring what's out there, try to better yourselves.
That's true.
See what you can do to better yourselves. Make sure that you come first before what you see on social media.
Hmm.
Make your couple be the best to yourselves.
Yep.
I am beautiful. My husband is handsome. There's no other man who's handsome than my husband. He should think the same way. Even if he sees other women that are beautiful than his wife, but the way he respects and loves me makes him think there's no other woman beautiful than my wife.
There's always something special in you that's no other
No
woman
other woman
have.
has.
Yeah. So
Yes,
it's just you.
exactly. That's
The
just
grass
me.
is always greener on the other side.
On the other side,
Trust
exactly,
me.
because you don't know them. You
Hmm.
don't step on those grass, so it's always greener. Yours is looking brown because you're always
Hmm.
stepping on it. So why not water your own grass?
Exactly.
Even the Bible talks about drinking from your own cistern, right? I
Hmm.
know it's another topic, but it's like an example that I can give. Appreciate what you have. Make what you have beautiful. Let what you have look beautiful to the eyes of other people that are also seeing. So one day they'll be able to say, "Oh, their relationship is good," and all that.
Exactly.
Be happy. Choose to be happy.
Hmm.
Work on all the differences that you have, and not focus. Believe me, don't focus looking at how perfect some couples look and compare them to yours. That's a waste of time. You are just as good as the other couple.
Yeah. Maybe your marriage is even better than
Better,
theirs. So
exactly.
stop looking at that.
Yeah. So that would be the advice I would give. What about you, babe?
You
Same
just
way.
spoke my words. Yeah. That's exactly what I was gonna say. So
Yeah,
I have nothing to add
exactly.
on.
Especially social media, guys. If you are in a relationship, serious relationship, or you're married, please, social media, what we see, that thing can be a killer. Me and my friend Sandra would go like, if you look at other women, the way they are looking, whatever, the couples, the way they are doing things, no. What you have, the finances you have, you can still be happy. You don't have to kill yourselves to be like the other person you're seeing,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm. That happened to me. So last year I traveled to Zambia, like no, like 12 years, 10 years. Yeah, about in 12 years. So
Mm,
I traveled to Zambia for the first time in a long time.
in a long time.
In a long time. So when I got there, I called my wife. I was talking to my wife. That's mommy. People here need help. It's not what we see on Facebook, what they post on Facebook. So it's like I saw the reality, how people are living their lives. So it's not about what you see on Facebook, like shoot or
Mm,
Instagram these
mm-hmm.
days. Like
Yeah.
these people are very happy, they're doing good. So don't let that discourage you.
Don't let that discourage
You have a
you.
beautiful couple, you have
Yeah.
a beautiful marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we're coming to the end.
Before we finish, Regina said something. They say, Inganda tawi kalamo vaikumbo mtenge. Yes, very true. That for those people that cannot read Bemba, it says the house that you don't live in, you just admire a house from the roof. You don't know what's inside that house. That's what
Mhm.
Virginia said. So don't just what she's trying to say is don't look at the outside of the house or of the couple and judge them. Don't judge a book by its cover. Anyway, that's the same
Exactly.
saying.
It's the same
Don't
saying.
look at the book, you see the cover looks good and you say like, oh my god, this is a good book. Just look at the cover. No, you don't know what's inside. So people got so many issues, fights and all that. You can't just judge by how you're seeing them, like they
Exactly.
are perfect than you.
Okay.
You treasure what you have.
All right. We're still
Mick.
waiting for your comments. Thanks for joining us, Meg. You can still watch. This video is still going to be available after we finish this live.
Mm-hmm.
You can still watch and you can still share it with others if you feel like someone need to listen to this. So just share it with others. What did I want to say?
Well, you can still comment.
Yeah, you can
share,
still comment, share,
and
and
also put you can inbox us your question, the questions that you have for the next
for the
topic.
next
We
topic.
do this every Sunday,
Mhm.
so you can inbox us any question that you want us to talk about.
Mhm.
And also, if you're watching from YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. And if you're on Facebook, please like the page and share with your friends and family.
Yeah, make sure you click on the bell. That way, next time when we are live, you
Yeah,
get a notification.
notified, yeah.
Okay. Please share with people that would love to hear what we just shared today. Okay.
And thank you so much
And
for watching.
thank you for watching. Please share. Send your questions. Wait a second before we leave. We have one comment here. Okay, so good. All right. Bye bye for now. Thanks for watching,
Thank
guys.
you for watching. Time zone issue. Oh yeah, I know, Mick. Yes, yeah. So that if you're in Zambia, Mick, it's like 21:15
21:15.
in the night. Yes, 21:15. Here in America, it's gonna be 9. I mean, or in
It's
Kinshasa.
actually in Kinshasa.
In Kinshasa, what time it is? Is it?
The hour
8.
behind.
Okay, so
Compared
in
to the
Kinshasa
South.
it's 8.
8
8 is 2015.
2015, yeah.
In
8:15.
Kinshasa is 2015. Yes. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, guys. Please enjoy your week.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.